This morning, we stand in solidarity with EIB Network's legal affairs correspondent, Murtala Inusah, who was attacked yesterday at the court where justice is supposed to be served. Some unscrupulous people took the law into their own hands, attacking the very institution that informs and educates them. This treacherous behavior should not go unpunished, not one of those to be swept under the rug, especially as it happened right in the forecourt of the guardians of the law, because he wanted to tell a story that is of importance to society. The attack on Murtala does not inflict pain on him alone, but a stain on media freedom and a dagger in the heart of journalists across the country. Good morning, this is GH Today News, and I am Nurain Abbas. Legal affairs correspondent of EIB Network, Murtala Inusah, has formally filed a report at the Ministries Police Station in Accra following some injuries he sustained yesterday in the line of duty. The attack came from supporters of Salifu Prophet Salifu Amwako as Murtala was gathering footage at the station where the clergyman had been in custody for allowing his underage son to drive without a license. Murtala, I beg your pardon, narrated the unscrupulous persons damaged his phone on top of the attack.
It has been a very difficult day and a tough one, of course, to take. Yes, so sometime around 1:50 thereabouts, when I was done from my cases at the law court complex, so I had information that Salifu Amwako and the wife and one other will be at the circuit court. So that's how I usually would do. I just made a way to the circuit court premises. And once I got there, I noticed that there was a police pickup that had already brought them. And so there were some sympathizers who had arrived. And you could see from what is happening that, yes, something is happening at the circuit court. So upon getting there, and I gathered information that it is Salifu Amwako and then the wife who are in the vehicle. So as usual, I decided to get some videos to tell the story that Salifu Amwako and the wife have arrived at the circuit court premises. And just when I was about to do that, I had some people who are front, you journalists, you will not take any video here, you will not take any video here. So I approached one of them and said, look, we are members of the Judicial Press Corps. We have been duly accredited to do our work. So I put off my ID card, my Judicial Service Accreditation card, and I showed to this gentleman. He said, no, once they are coming from the police, what the police said was that it is in the area for the cell you cannot take pictures, and at the police station, when the people leave the police station, those at the premises or those sympathizers cannot protect their interests, so they are not allowing any journalist to take any video of a sort. At the point, I noticed that the lawyer who was supposed to even defend them is a friend, Justice Abdullah, was a friend. So I spoke to him. I said, "Oh, you are in this case for this time, and your client or your people, the sympathizers, almost assaulted me." And he said, "Oh, looking at the situation of that." So at the point, he spoke to them. So when Salif Amwako and the wife were making their way into the courtroom, they wanted to prevent him, but he made a point, and so they stopped. So I was able to get a video of Salif Amwako entering the court. After the case was done, he was granted bail, and then they were in the process of executing the bail bond, so we were doing our stories. So immediately information came that he has executed the bail bond. I decided that I was taking a video of Salif Amwako leaving the court to tell the story that yes, he's meet his bail conditions and he has been released. And just when I pull off my car, I heard the sympathizers who came and some of the guys that I can identify say that no journalist is allowed, no journalist here, no journalist is allowed. Before I could say Jack, my mobile phone was smashed for me, hit the ground, and then those guys just pounced on me like that. My attire that I was wearing, they tore it up, found, and then my index finger, like the blood within me at this moment, and then my right ring finger, that's also abused, and then blood is currently coming up. So I have come to the Ministries Police Station currently to make a report. So that is where I'm talking to you currently from.
Right. Now, the founder and general overseer of the Life Chapel International Church, Prophet Elisha Salifu Amwako, has been granted bail by the Circuit Court in Accra in the sum of 50,000 cedis with 2 sureties each. Also, his wife, Muha Amwako, a banker, and one lender, Bonsu Prempe, a sales assistant, have also been granted bail in the sum with 2 sureties each without justification. This was after they all pleaded not guilty to 1 count charge of permitting an unlicensed person to drive. Away from that, the National Democratic Congress is accusing the Electoral Commission of bias for disqualifying its Amenfi Central Parliamentary candidate, GHOne, from contesting in the 7th December general election. On Wednesday, the EC issued a statement restraining GHOne from holding herself as NDC parliamentary candidate due to an interlocutory injunction against her. Speaking to GHOne TV, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC said the EC's action is an attempt to favor the NPP's parliamentary candidate.
I'm surprised that the Electoral Commission, what the Electoral Commission is doing is to take advantage of a very corrupt judiciary and to play us on the ground to favor the MPP. The party had gone through vetting. There were appeals. The appeal processes were held. There was even a special committee headed by the General Secretary and the National Chairman. Those are the individuals vested with power to determine the legitimacy of documents. They accepted Jonathan Kudu as a member. In fact, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, when he was coming to contest the MPP, he was not a member. The General Secretary at the time gave him a waiver. So the party has a waiver if he decides to give any candidate. Jonathan Kudu was duly elected. The question one will ask is, if not malice, will Kwachiaka have still proceeded to court if he had won the primary? He will not. He participated in the election. His agents were there. They campaigned and he lost. He argued and we organized fresh election. He forged documents. Was it Joanna Jankudo that made him forge documents? The Electoral Commission's letter will have been written, but for me, I think there is an oversight. The Electoral Commission's attention will be drawn to the material facts, and I believe that she would listen, because really it's an error.
Parliament is expected to come to a conclusion on the fate of members who have defected their parties to stand independent in the upcoming elections, as well as the independent joining the ruling party. Speaker of Parliament Alban Sumana Gbagin on Tuesday deferred the ruling on the NDC's push to be declared majority in the House after over an hour of debate by members of both sides of the lawmaking House. But the former MP for Kumbungu, Ras Mubarak, in a statement wondered what benefit the declaration will bring to the NDC in December. Part of the statement reads: And that will be it for this morning's GH Today News. For more news, log on to starfm.com.gh. I am Nurain Abbas. Many thanks for your company.